In a world nestled deep beneath the surface, where colossal tree roots formed the ceiling, and bioluminescent fungi cast a soft, perpetual twilight, lived Pip. For generations, her people, the Subterraneans, had thrived in this vast cave system. But lately, the magical lumina fungi, which powered their homes and grew their food, were dimming. The once vibrant greens and purples were fading to a dull gray, and a pervasive gloom was creeping in. "Flick, we can't just let the lights go out," Pip declared, adjusting her goggles as she tinkered with the gears of a miniature submarine in her cozy workshop. Flick, a fluffy purple ball of energy, chirped in agreement, nibbling thoughtfully on a piece of dried glowing moss. The ancient legends spoke of the Lumina gem, a mythical crystal said to pulse with the very first light, hidden at the deepest point of their world. Old Professor Cogsworth, with his spectacles perpetually askew, had recently unearthed a fragmented map. "This way, Pip, my dear. This way to the abyssal chasm," he'd wheezed, pointing a trembling finger at a spot marked with a shimmering asterisk. Pip, with Flick perched on her shoulder, fired up the engines of her custom-built steam-powered submarine, the Glimmer Fish. It was a marvel of gears, brass, and sturdy portholes. "To the abyssal chasm," she announced, her voice echoing with determination. Their journey began through familiar mushroom forests, but soon led them into uncharted tunnels. Giant, crystalline stalactites hung like chandeliers, and strange, glowing fish darted past their portholes. Flick's eyes grew wide, trying to catch every glint of light. Suddenly, the submarine lurched. A shadowy net, made of woven cave vines, entangled them. "The gloom goblins," Pip gasped. These small, chittering creatures, with their glowing red eyes, emerged from the darker crevices, cackling as they tried to drag the Glimmerfish into their murky lair. Pip quickly activated a new gadget, a sonic pulse emitter. With a V-whoomp, a wave of sound disoriented the goblins, forcing them to retreat, grumbling. Deeper they went, the pressure growing. The map indicated a tricky passage through the echoing labyrinth, a maze of interconnected tunnels where every sound bounced back 100-fold. Pip had to navigate by faint echoes and her own intuition, making calculated turns, barely avoiding colossal cave worms that snaked through the darkness. Flick, sensing her stress, nudged her cheek with his soft head. Finally, they emerged into a colossal, silent chamber. It was vast and empty, save for a single, colossal pedestal in the center, and upon it, radiating a soft golden glow that pushed back the encroaching shadows, was the Lumina gem. It pulsed gently, like a sleeping heart of pure light. As Pip reached for it, the chamber floor rumbled. A massive, ancient gloom goblin, the Shadow King, rose from the darkness, his eyes glowing with malevolent intent. He was larger than any other goblin, wreathed in shadows, and clearly intended to claim the Lumina gem for himself, plunging the world into eternal night. "Not on my watch," Pip cried. She knew she couldn't outfight him. Thinking quickly, she noticed the immense stalactites hanging above. "Flick, distraction," she commanded. Flick, understanding, zipped around the Shadow King's head, emitting a series of bright, distracting sparks from his wings. While the Shadow King swatted at the annoying, glowing creature, Pip aimed her submarine's sonic emitter at a particularly large stalactite. With a deafening crack, the stalactite broke free, plummeting towards the Shadow King. He barely dodged it, but the impact created a cascade of smaller rocks and dust, temporarily disorienting him. In that brief window, Pip snatched the Lumina gem. As soon as her fingers touched it, the gem pulsed with incredible power, and a wave of brilliant, warm light flooded the chamber, chasing away the last vestiges of the Shadow King, who hissed and vanished into the deepest shadows. With the Lumina gem safely secured in a special, glowing compartment in the Glimmer Fish, Pip and Flick began their triumphant journey home. As they ascended, they could see the Lumina fungi in the upper caves already beginning to regain their vibrant colors. By the time they returned, their entire world was alight once more, brighter and more beautiful than ever. Pip, hailed as a hero, returned the Lumina gem to a central sacred cavern, where its light now shone over all, and Flick, content and full of glowing moss, curled up for a well-deserved nap, dreaming of new adventures and endless light. Their world, once again, was full of wonder, all thanks to a brave girl, a loyal friend, and a little steampunk submarine.